What's up, my Punginos? Andy Vlogs. Excited to share with you guys this content here. As the title suggests, we're going to just jump right into it. You need to protect your phone, and I want to go over some of the best cases that do so. So I have a bunch of videos here, one of which is the Apple iPhone 12 Pro Max leather case. This is obviously going to be available on the Apple website, and you clicked on this because you want to see if it's worth it. $59 is a lot of money. And from my perspective, why I would be covering my phone in this case. This is a big phone. Okay, the easiest way to open this thing is you got to pinch it. There's like a little locking mechanism here, and you just kind of pull it out. It's a little bit rough there at the beginning, but there it is. I opted into the midnight version. I thought it would complement the graphite best. For those that don't know, this is the 1 terabyte version. This is the most expensive 13 Pro Max out there. I need a case that will reflect the cost of that device. So I'm opting into this leather bound case from iPhone. You can get this on their website. There'll be links down below in the description. I believe you can get it on Best Buy as well. Moving the phone aside here, let's go ahead and do an inspection here of the device. Let's go ahead and do an inspection here of the case. As you can see, that is definitely genuine leather. It looks really, really clean. It smells delectable. Not that I smell leather much, but I love the smell of leather. Nonetheless, you can see here the Apple punch out. It's embossed there. It looks really nice. Apple has opted into wrapping the leather all the way around the case into the case itself. A lot of other competitors here will actually opt into wrapping it to the edge here and then providing like a rubberized plastic on the other side where you know, it's going to be protecting or giving you a lip on your phone. You can see here now you've got a punch out. I'm always a little hesitant with these punch outs here because that's where it seems like fraying. That's where it seems like a lot of issues happen with leather, because this point right here and here are going to be definite points of risk. Coming down to the buttons, they're plastic, harder plastic, much harder here, that are going to go over your volume rocker. And then coming down around the bottom, you can see the different punch outs for the speaker grill as well as the Thunderbolt charging point. Coming up the right side of the phone, you don't have anything else but this power button here that's kind of embossed here. Same kind of feel. Up top, there's nothing else. As far as the front here, you can see the raised camera protection. This is ideally tall enough to cover the very topmost point of the camera. Turning it over here, you can see that it's lined with felt, very, very soft. It just feels like, you know, rabbit fur. I don't know if any of you guys have bunnies, but I love this feeling. You can see that it is MagSafe compatible. As I show the light, you can see that the extender magnets here are in that circular array, which allows you to put any of these MagSafe compatible devices on it. Getting closer here, one thing that I noted with the 13, the same with the 13 Pro Max, is that this butts directly up against your phone. Now you might be thinking, Andy, why is that a thing? Why do you even care? Some manufacturers actually opt in to have like an engineered space here in the inside of the phone. You'll notice that sometimes they'll have like a gridded X to give you some displacement or space in between the phone. I think what Apple opted into is minimalist. They want to make sure that this doesn't add any extra width to your phone. So with that, at that cost, the cost of that is not having any engineered protection here. It's just whatever is in between the leather that's wrapped up and around. That doesn't seem to be metal. It seems to be a hardened plastic. Some manufacturers will actually, right here in the corner, add a space so when you put your phone in there, that physics with the displacement of that air will add a little cushion or a pocket to help protect against corner breaks. But no, not in this regard. Now, enough of me talking about the innards of a case that you didn't hope or even ask for. We're going to go ahead and just put the phone inside. Apple advises that you put it camera or the right side first, and then snap in the left side and the top. And that goes in just fine. Like I said here, they raise it just a tad, probably 1/32 of an inch. All around the phone you can see, because that's going to be nice for when it hits the ground. You don't want the screen to be rubbing on your table when it hits the table or any other surface, so they've opted in here to have this lip go up. That's pretty typical in the industry. The only thing that's different here is that this is leather. This is the leather that is literally wrapped around, like I mentioned. So you're rubbing that leather. So my thought here is that this is going to be worn out first. Coming around the phone here, showing you the case all the way to the camera, you can see, like I said, it's raised up. I mean, it's probably 1/32 of an inch, 1/64 of an inch from the top of the lens here to the case. So there isn't too much of a clearance. But if we're looking from the base pad here, from like the LiDAR, you've definitely got a good chunk of space there. This is definitely gonna be a spot where lint's gonna build up, crumbs and whatnot. And it might be a point where you end up scratching this area, or at least have the probability of scratching more of that area. Who knows? Coming to the bottom here, you can see the speaker grill is cut out just fine, not covering any of those holes. Same with the input for your Thunderbolt. All right, one thing I wanted to show you here that I think is advantageous. You may or may not like it, but well, when you put the case inside, I'll show you what happens. Apparently, there's a separate animation for the leather case showing you that it's compatible, MagSafe, and it's pretty cool. It shows you the color of the case as well. Lastly here, I wanted to show you the volume rocker buttons. They're very clicky. And your finger is, you know, there is enough space and cut out for the do not disturb button switch. You just kind of have to dig your fingernail in there. Nonetheless, this feels really great in the hand. I think they really did a good job here, making sure that the width isn't too wide. I don't know how many times I've reviewed a case where it's like behemoth here, but other than that, I think this is a great choice. All right, to answer my question here that I asked at the very beginning, why are you getting this case? For me as a business person and a small business owner, it is a show of status. As sad as that is, I want to show off to people that, you know, I work hard, I deserve it, and I'm going to show it off. So that's why you're going to get a leather case here. The leather really doesn't provide any more structural protection. I'm pretty sure that you're going to be able to puncture, you're going to be able to break your phone just like you would with any other case, lest you have one of those heavy duties. I went over one of those cases, you can check up above in the cards, but nonetheless, for me, it's a status thing. When I'm walking around, when I'm in a board meeting, when I'm in a meeting with my team members and I pull my phone out, I'm not going to have some cheap case that I'm going to show and people are going to be like, ooh, where'd you get that? The bargain bin at Best Buy? No, I'm going to show them, look, I take serious my career, I take serious my business, and I'm going to protect my asset with something that fits my lifestyle. I've got an Apple Watch that I didn't put on that does match it with leather. I have a wallet that's leather. I have my Airpods that's leather. And so for me, it is a symbol of status, as cliche as that is. With that said, guys, down below in the comments, why are you getting this case? Why is it worth it for you to spend that $59 on a case like this? I'd love to know. With that said, my name is Andy with Andy Vlogs. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you enjoyed this content. Down below in the description is going to be a link to this product for pricing, colors, and availability. It does help out the channel, but this is not a sponsored video. I had to spend $60 taxes and shipping on this product. Nonetheless, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. We'll see you on the next one.